Welcome to the June 6th edition of Gridlife Digest Weekly, our culture and gaming podcast, and the number one Micah and Noah podcast, because it's just us this week. Joining me is, like I said, the MILF man, Micah Benfett. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. We're a two-man bicycle today. Just us two.
We are the bicycle of Gridlife Digest.
I mean, do they make more than two-man bicycles?
Yeah, you can get like your whole family on a bicycle. Have you not seen those?
I mean, it sounds familiar, but it's not really a bicycle. It's just like, oh, put a bunch
That's
of people
true. It's not really a bicycle anymore.
And then they all pedal. I mean, I want to see like a whole row, like at least like 7 bicycles or 7 people on like one long bike.
I'm pretty sure we can make this happen.
That possible? Okay.
We should rent one when we go to California. Just go around in this fucking 7-person bicycle.
Well, let's go down the Golden Gate Bridge like that.
Yeah.
Get the whole Gridlife Digest crew, like all 5 of us, in one bicycle. I mean, that I hope that's possible. I want to see that one day.
We want to make this, short film or whatever. That would be a really killer, like, cold open, like, intro. Like, we're just going down the Golden Gate Bridge, like, all of us in this fucking bicycle with 8 chairs on it. I'm down.
Yeah, I'm just imagining this really cinematic shot from above.
A drone shot with all of us going, oh, yeah. Can we get a drone?
I mean, my dad has a drone. I should just bring it with me.
Oh, you absolutely should.
I'm sure those are illegal to bring on the plane. I'm sure.
I don't see why not. I mean, it's especially if it's filming equipment.
I mean, it's not like there's explosives, attached to it. I mean, they might put it through the, the conveyor belt
for
thing
sure
again, but like that's about it. I mean, last time I went to San Francisco on the way back, they checked my Oreos twice. Like, well, what's going on here?
Are there some cyanide in these?
That's pretty much what they were thinking. They were like wiping it down and shit, like testing it out.
Like, you're ruining my Oreos.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like the spring ones. So they were green colored filling. It's like, well, what's the big deal about these? But yeah, afterwards my uncle's like, yeah, that people could slip like C4 in there or something. Like,
they could. C4 Oreos, man.
But
I feel like double stuffs would be really suspicious.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's green. Well, what's making it green? Mm-hmm. Definitely not food coloring.
What is that? Is it mint chocolate or cyanide or C4? We can't take the risk.
Yeah, I get paid $15 an hour. I have to do the best I can at this job. I feel bad for those TSA guys.
Absolutely. I mean, they go through a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, they have to deal with so many fucking people, and not all of them are as nice as we are, Mm-hmm. Even at points, I feel like, getting upset with them, but I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to make things worse.
Yeah, don't be that guy that they talk about when they get off work. Like, don't be that guy.
Yeah. Exactly. But, like, the first time, I went to San Francisco when we went to Kind of Funny Live 3, my aunt, she was talking about the whole process of going on the plane and whatnot. She's like, don't take anything that they say personally. Like, they're just doing their job. You're just going to make it worse if you get offended.
Yeah, don't get offended, please.
But yeah, that was like the best advice she ever gave me, because like I just like chilled the fuck out, and I was like, okay, I'm fine. Like, I think one time they got mad at me because I forgot to take off my belt, and I was like, okay, I guess.
I guess I'll take off my belt now.
I guess I'll take off my belt. I don't know. It was late, and I wasn't paying attention. But I got that belt off. I was kind of annoyed. But there was this one lady who let me go in front of the line because, like, I had to go through it twice. She's like, oh, you can go ahead. Because, they sent me to the back of the line again because I had to take off my fucking belt. But she was like, go ahead. I saw that you're taking off your belt. I was like, thank you, ma'am. So
thank you. Please.
Shout out to her. She was a nice lady.
We're dedicating this episode to her.
Yeah.
Episode 34.
I think she was at least a middle-aged mom. She had like the bowl cut, or the I want to talk to your manager.
Or are you into that? Are you into that?
I don't know. It's a little too bitchy for me.
A little too bitchy. Okay.
But like, I don't know. She kind of made those types of people look good. So I don't know. One for the...
It's a toss-up.
Yeah, exactly. So what's been going on with you, Noah?
Not much, to be honest. Just working a lot. Trying to get this channel back up and running. I have a couple of video ideas. I just haven't dove right in yet. Yeah, there's so much stuff I want to make and not enough hours in the day, I found. And it's just kind of demoralizing when it's like, all right, I'm gonna make this. It's gonna get what, like 20 views, no comments.
Exactly.
So it's like,
I mean, unless you go out and make something controversial.
yeah, well, then we get 300 views.
A whole 300.
Yeah,
Because I was
and a
looking
bunch
at
of comments.
I was looking at OK Beast channel, and like their one on XXX Tentacion, it has like 80,000 views.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? How?
But they were here at one point too, so it's just the grind.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to start somewhere,
and you have to be consistent, and we haven't been consistent lately.
No, we haven't. It's gonna change though.
Yeah, hopefully I can get plus up on Friday. It's gonna be really bad because I'm working 10-hour days, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm not gonna sleep that much.
10-hour days are terrible.
Yeah, 1:30 to close, which is gonna end up being like 10 hours, 10 plus hours.
God. But yeah, I have an idea for a video I want to make on Detroit. Have you played any of it yet?
No, I want to really bad. It's just money's not been there lately.
Okay.
As soon as I can, I'm going to though, because I'm really interested.
Okay. I don't think I'm really gonna spoil a part of it, but like basically, what's happening is like androids are taking people's jobs.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like super pissed off about that. So I'm like, well, I was thinking about it. I was like, by 2038 or whenever that takes place, like, will our jobs be taken by robots? And like I was thinking about it, like, McDonald's, they're pretty much already doing that with the automated, like, you get what you want and they bring out your burger for you. You don't have to talk to anyone. You put your card in the machine and you're good.
They're putting a ton of those. They're putting a ton more of those in, like this year. Like they're going all in on that plan.
Okay. And I mean that's basically like robots taking our jobs. I mean, not to that extent.
Not androids. Yeah, it's not Ghost in the Shell.
But like it's basically happening. It's just not in the way we imagined it. It's just everything's gonna be
not yet
automated.
anyway.
Yeah. So I kind of want to make a video on that. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but like in my head it sounds cool, And I kind of want to put an example of like, some jobs can be taken, but like I don't know. For instance, like, would a robot be able to roof? Is it that easy? I mean, I feel like it to some extent it might be, because there are some like tear off machines for roofs where you just run the thing over the shingles and it tears them off. So like it'll make the job easier, but like is it doing it on itself? Or like I saw like like kind of a robot in a warehouse, and it was basically putting not shingles on, but like a different type of material on it. But like it was in one space and it had like the material right there perfectly placed, so it'd pick it up, grab it, put it down, and like nail it down or whatever. But I'm like, would there be a big old machine at like everyone's house to do that? Is it that realistic? But I don't know. I'm gonna see where that takes me, and if it flops, it flops. But I mean, it's not like we're being held up to an insanely high standard, anyways.
Yeah, not yet anyway. But yeah, like with roofing specifically, it's like there's so many different like forms and form factors of roofs that'd be kind of hard. But if we're talking like Detroit level, like androids, like then it's a totally different story. But like just machines, I feel like a lot of manual labor jobs could be replaced by machines, but things that require like human expression will never be replaced, I don't think. Unless they are, then we're really screwed. It's possible. We're gonna see in our lifetimes. I really believe that. You
think we'll see that?
I think we'll see. We will answer the question in our lifetime. I think. I don't know if we're going to see straight up androids. I feel like there's a possibility we might at the rate that like AI studies and stuff are increasing, but we'll see. It's very harrowing and also very interesting at the same time. And for the uninitiated, we choose a couple of topics for conversation, and we recommend a piece of media for the group and audience to check out. You can get the show on YouTube and the podcast service of your choice every Wednesday, and be sure to subscribe on gridlifedigest.com to see all the content in one place. While you're at it, follow us on all of our social media platforms at Gridlife Digest on Twitter and Instagram, as well as at Gridlife Digest on Pod on Facebook, so you never miss what's happening. So now it's time for the weekly Gridlife Digest press conference, sponsored by still pretty much fervent E3 hype, for me at least. All I really have to say is look out for Plus this Friday. I don't know when the Xbox Live games are dropping. I don't know if you're going to work on that. But
yeah, I'll get to working on it. It won't be that hard. I just gotta go and play them. And I mean, I don't know. They just weren't that exciting of games to me. I'm like, oh, Sonic Racing Transformed or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Like, come on. But
Well, there you go. You can be a short one. Just be like, come on,
Yeah.
come on. What are you doing?
it'll just be like the gameplay pops up. Come on, let's go to the next
Go
game.
on. Apparently, those are really good games, though. The Sonic racing games.
Okay, I'll definitely go and check it out because I have to.
Because
But,
yeah, I can't even remember the PlayStation Plus games are.
I don't know. I don't know at the top of my head.
It's nothing too outstanding, apparently.
I feel like I saw it recently, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Find out this Friday if they're worth your time.
2 days from now.
We're so qualified. We're so good at our jobs.
Yes. No, we do not get paid anything.
Yeah,
for
we don't get paid anything for it, but we're good at it, and we're high grade professionals. So in that case, since there's not anything else to announce really at this time, what have you been playing? Micah, start us off.
Okay, so I finished Detroit Become Human. So I think I finished it like in a good 10 hours. I think that's about the average playthrough. I don't know, give or take an hour or so. But yeah, I got it that Friday and then finished it on Memorial Day because I had the Monday off. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna like burn through this game. And I was pretty satisfied with my playthrough, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, I fucked up in a lot of spots. Like I really want to go back and like not fuck up. So the other day, I had my friend Braden come over, who is our Twitch mod, who never Twitch mods.
Yeah, he's really bad at Twitch modding for being a Twitch mod.
Really bad.
We have like one stream a week, or like one or two at the most if we're going crazy, and he's never there. So
never ever there. I mean,
good job.
He's out there delivering sandwiches for Jimmy John's. So I mean, he has to be fast. So that could be the reason.
Yeah, he's so fast. Just like Sonic in Sonic Racing Transformed.
Or whatever the fuck it's called.
Whatever the fuck.
But anyways, Braden hit me up and he was like, "Oh, Mike, I want to come over and play Detroit." So he came over on Saturday, and he pretty much played through like half of Detroit, and I was like helping him make some decisions. Mm-hmm. So I basically got some different outcomes from when I played. I was like, "You don't want to do what I did," and then I don't know. We just had kind of a fun playthrough. We didn't get through all of it, but we got through at least half of it within a day. And I'm excited for him to come over again so I can watch him play it.
There you go.
Like, this is the dream for me. Just watching someone else.
Just watching somebody else play a game. There's ways you can do that. There's a lot of outlets for you. Twitch streaming, YouTube. Like you can. YouTube. This is a thing that you can do, Micah.
Oh yeah, it is. But it's way better if it's your best friend.
Like, and it's like right in the room, and it's not off a compressed YouTube video.
Exactly. Like I get to see the full fat 4K HDR, right in front of me. It doesn't look all compressed and crappy. But yeah, that was pretty fun. And I guess moving on to my next game is Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Revengeance isn't even a fucking word. But
it's like, a Kojima-ism.
Cool. Yeah, I guess. But anyways, I saw it at GameStop yesterday. And it was like $8. I was like, fuck it, it's right in front of me. Like I wanted to buy it on PC, but like
I'll be more likely
to play it if I can just have the disc and pop it in the Xbox. And yeah, that game is really fast and fluid, and it's I feel like it's kind of a dialed down version of like Bayonetta. It's not as hard. You don't need to know all these fucking crazy combos.
It's not as hard, but it's hard.
It is kind of hard. Like in some spots, you definitely have to be stealthy and go and take him out silently. Like fucking pogo stick your fucking sword on top of these motherfuckers. That's the best way I could describe it. Like you just come down on top of them and just pierce them right through the head. But yeah, it's super fast and fun and super stylistic. And I love the music. Like the music goes like correctly with the pacing, like it's super fast and
it's anime craziness for sure.
Exactly, but it's cheesy, but like not too cheesy.
It's Metal Gear cheese.
Yeah, exactly. It fits with the cheese. It's a correct amount, correct level, correct everything. And I don't know, just everything about that game is pretty cool. And I don't know what else to say.
I will say
brain farting.
I really am glad that it exists, but I kind of wish we got the original pitch for it, which was it was going to be a little bit, it's going to be a lot more toned down, and it was going to take place between Sons of Liberty and Guns of the Patriots, basically like telling the story of like how Raiden became like a cyborg ninja or whatever. That one got shelved, and then it got rebooted again as closer to what it is now. Also a lot more dialed down, a little bit more gritty, but then it just didn't pan out. They wanted to have you able to cut everything in the environment, and that's just technically was not possible at the time. So it got pushed to platinum, and then they nailed it. They knocked it out of the park. So I'm glad we have it, and I'm glad it exists in the form that it does. But also, I would love to see that original vision. But we will never see that vision, obviously, because Kojima's working on bigger and better things. But it's definitely a cool idea. I actually would have preferred if it was Gray Fox, like above all else. I think that would have been awesome. There is a Gray Fox skin though, so you can do it that way.
Okay. Yeah, you get some of that, but it's interesting that they wanted you to cut everything, because that would like fuck up a lot of gameplay.
Exactly, which is why the game doesn't exist.
Yeah, I mean, any game like that would be just so broken. I feel like so many things could go wrong.
Yep, they wanted you to be able to slice in half. I mean, you can slice a lot of stuff in the blade mode, but not everything.
Yeah. Not everything. You can't crumble down entire buildings like they made it seem like you could do in their original vision.
Like you watch the original tech demo, like they're slicing through everything, like it's crazy. That first like opening scene with the ray is still like hands down like one of the coolest scenes ever. I don't find this game to be canon just because it fucks up with Raiden's like ending, his perfect ending in the middle of 4. But it's just it's a great time. Like it's so much. It's just unabashed fun, and I appreciate that it's there.
And I've noticed like this is some of the most fun I've ever had, like with boss fights. Like I feel
they're awesome.
Like none of them are like a headache. It's like I'm actually having fun right now.
They're a challenge.
I'm jumping on missiles and shit. And I get to slice up a Metal Gear Ray. Fuck yeah. And then there's that one chick who can attach all the different arms to herself, and she's like, I'm from the same country as you. We're cut from the same cloth and whatnot. And then like she makes the big old spear out of the arms. It's like this chick is slowly fucking batshit crazy, but like I want to kill her.
I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah.
And then you kill her, man. You kill any of them, and then they have that little dialogue sequence afterwards on the thing that goes, that makes the Metal Gear sound. What is it? Whenever they call you up, you know what I'm saying?
The codec, yeah.
Yeah, the codec. Yeah, I couldn't think of it, but yeah, I always found that weird. Like, how is she talking? She's fucking just dead right there, lying in a million pieces. That always confused me. But who knows? So what have you been playing, Noah?
I didn't remember to put it in for trailer, so there won't be B-roll, but I actually started the first Bayonetta on Switch. And it's really cool. It's really crazy. It's anime Platinum Games nuts craziness, but it's fun. I'm definitely excited to get into it more. I think I need to just play it on the TV though, because I was doing it in handheld mode, and that game deserves a controller and the full 9 yards. So I'm going to try it again that way, because it's really hard to see all the enemies' attacks on such a tiny screen. I thought it would work well, but it wasn't panning out. So I'm going to give it another shot on the TV as it was designed. And then also I played just still a shit ton more of Mass Effect 1. Like I'm just totally enraptured by it again. Just that world, those characters, I cannot get enough of it. I'm seeing stuff that I haven't seen in several playthroughs, which is just as mind-boggling to me. Absolutely mind-boggling. Like, how does that happen? But yeah, it's just the fact that they were able to flesh out such an expansive universe with one game is pretty staggering. Like, the way that this game does world building is pretty much second to none in games, at least in sci-fi games. Like, what they were able to pull off here was just an absolute gem, and I will play this game forever, probably, to be honest. Whenever I crave sci-fi, this is my go-to series.
See, that Mass Effect has always been the series I've wanted to try and get into. Like, I tried playing it on PS3. It's like, the first one's super janky.
Play it on PC, dude, with texture mods.
I mean, and
60
then I
FPS.
tried playing it again on Xbox. You know, it's just there,
Hmm.
and I don't know. Maybe I didn't put enough time into it. I need to go on and try and sink a couple hours into it. Just like it just seems super taunting to me. You know, to me, it's like
Really not. It's really quite linear.
really,
Yeah, it has the illusion of being huge, but it's really not at all. Like my very first playthrough of one was only like 14 hours.
wow.
So
Okay.
it has that's what I actually love about it, is that you feel like you're in this vast universe, but really the game itself is pretty small and linear, despite having some open elements. If you can't get into one, I would say try your best to get into one, especially on PC. But there's actually a DLC for 2 that lets you go back and do this interactive comic thing that gives you all the choices of 1. So I'd say worst comes to worst, do that and then start on 2, because if you don't like 2, then there's no way. But I think
There's no way you'll like it.
yeah, but I think that would be your best option if 1 doesn't grab you, because it changes pretty significantly, and 2 is even more linear, so it gets a lot more easy to manage. There's none of the big exploration parts. Like there's some like open world quote unquote hubs, but they're really small, so there's only like a few key NPCs to interact with within each, but it still has the feeling of you're in this universe, and that's what I love about it.
Okay.
I cannot urge you enough to give it a shot. Try 1, maybe install some texture mods. If that doesn't work, get the DLC for 2, start a new character, and then just go for it, because you'd be in for a ride.
Okay. Like I don't know. It's just the words, you know, letters RPG. It's like, oh fuck.
It's
you know?
really streamlined. Like they get like 3 is barely even an RPG. Like they streamline it so much. Like you put it up to next to something like Dragon Age, like it's not even close. Like it's so much more simple to wrap your head around. There's pretty much just skill points.
Isn't it more like a shooter at that
Yeah,
point?
it has gameplay. It's a third person shooter with RPG elements. At the end,
okay.
like by the time you get to Mass Effect 3, it's barely even a role playing game anymore. Like you role play in the sense that there are dialogue options and you can choose your personality and stuff, but really in terms of systems, like you're pretty much, it's a basic skill point system and like kind of like Infamous morality. That's pretty much all you're juggling. You're not really managing all. Like in 1, you're managing an inventory of all your characters, and it gets pretty daunting. But 2 and 3, it's very streamlined, very simple, and very linear.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to like take over for like a Mass Effect Monday or something.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, here's Micah, the Mass Effect noob. Let's see how he fucking does.
Let's see how he fucking does. Yeah, even if like honestly, I play 1 on easy just to braze through it for the story. I would recommend you do the same thing because the combat system is not good, but it does help playing on PC. It does stutter even on a 1070, but when you're stuttering into 40 as opposed to 15, it's a lot better. Because on like PS3 and Xbox 360, like when it stutters, it goes down hard, and on PC, you're already you're running at 60 plus frames. It dips down, you don't really feel it all that much. So
I mean, the Mass Effect games are already free because of Game Pass on Xbox. So like I just feel like that's a more appealing way to play them. And plus, I think the Xbox One kind of evens out the frame rate, so it won't be as bad.
2 and 3 on Xbox One are fine. I played them there. I did a playthrough. I couldn't get through 1. 1 was just too janky, but 2 and 3 feel fine to me.
Okay. I don't know.
So if you do that, that's totally a good option. But absolutely, if you're going to do that, I would say just skip 1 and do the DLC. Buy all of the DLC for both 2 and 3. They add so much. Like, it's actually 100% worth it to buy it all. So I would definitely say go that route.
Well, you're kind of getting ahead of me there because, I have to get through the game first.
Well, yeah.
Actually play the DLC. So.
Well, yeah, but like the DLC goes in tandem with the rest of the game. So it's not really post. It's integrated into the story.
Okay. So it's as you're going.
Yeah.
And like side quests and shit.
Yeah, it's basically just other side quests and stuff that you encounter as you go. You don't go back. Well, you have the option to go back, but really you just do it as in part of the main game.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely try and give it another shot. I don't know if I'm too hopeful, but like I'll try.
You like Uncharted. It's basically a space Uncharted. Like it's not as fluid. Like it's a lot more like, very boots on the ground. That's what the word I was looking for. But like, yeah, it's a third person shooter, very linear, story focused, lots of characters, and then a Telltale like dialogue system. Like I think you'd really enjoy it.
That's the one thing that like really grits me. It's like, okay, you get dialogue options, that looks fun, and then you get to sex up some of the aliens.
Yeah, if you want.
I want to try and do that.
Yeah, it doesn't beat your head over it. Like, you have to pursue the romance options. It's not obnoxious, but I do think they're actually additive to the characters and to the story. I think they're really
That's
great.
cool.
I've done I usually just romance Garrus every time. You'll meet him, but yeah, like they do a good job fleshing out the characters and making you actually care for them. So especially 2. Like, 2 is so good. It might be my favorite game of all time, to be perfectly honest. Yeah,
So
give a shot.
It's not just an ejaculate and evacuate type deal. Like,
oh
you
no,
actually
it's you
care for them,
stick
like, you love
around.
them?
No, you love like they feel like actual people by the end, and
That's pretty cool.
That's something I can't say for many games. Like, I love Metal Gear. None of those characters feel like real people. When I finish Mass Effect, when I finish Mass Effect 2, like, I feel like it's like a family getting torn apart. Like, it's
Damn.
yeah, it's you grow so close and fond with each of the characters. Like, it's a feeling that I really haven't been able to replicate in any other series.
That sounds like some good storytelling then.
And it's good sci-fi too. Like, you get cool like space battles and cool aliens and planets to visit. Like, it's the complete package for someone who likes sci-fi and RPGs. Because there really aren't any other big AAA sci-fi RPGs out there. So it's the biggest, it's the best, and I hope it comes back one day.
One day. I mean, we got Anthem.
We got Anthem.
Kind of the same thing?
Not at all, but it's definitely a good aesthetic. I like the aesthetic of it. I'm just waiting until E3 to see more of it, because I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical.
Because I feel like we don't know much about that game.
We really don't, which is why everyone needs to keep their hype in check.
Yeah.
People are off the wall hypes about it. It's like, well, you've fallen in this trap before with EA games and BioWare games. BioWare, the main team, has only disappointed me once. And it wasn't even that bad. Like, Dragon Age Origins is really great. Dragon Age 2 is just okay. Like, that was like their biggest blunder to me. Andromeda wasn't even the A team. That was their B team. So I can't really fault the main BioWare team for fucking up a game when it wasn't even the full staff. Like, I love that main team. Like, they have made games I love. So this time
for Anthem, it's going to be the main team then? Or
yeah, it's the main team. The main team is working on Anthem, which is why I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm still skeptical, though.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know, for some reason, I thought I didn't know that there was an A and B team. So I was like, oh, they fucked up Andromeda. So, like, are they just going to fuck up Anthem then?
Yeah, the team that made Andromeda doesn't exist anymore because of Andromeda. I think they also have another team working on a new Dragon Age, which I'm definitely interested in. But yeah, the big guns are coming out for Anthem, and I hope there's some kind of dialogue system in it. Like, I don't think there will be, just judging by what kind of game it is. It's a very like Destiny Division like. I don't think there's going to be room for a dialogue system, but I hope they squeeze it in somehow. I like the whole dynamic of being first person when you're in the hub area and then third person when you're out in the suit and you're actually in combat. I think that's really cool. I hope they deliver. I hope that EA doesn't fuck it up somehow. Definitely looking out for E3 to see more of it.
Oh yeah, I still feel like they're gonna shove some sort of microtransaction.
Oh, you know it, man.
Just because it's EA, you know, it's not an EA game without microtransactions.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
But that's just the way the industry is going. You know, we're not gonna charge $80 for a game. We're just gonna charge $60 for it, and then just tack on all the microtransactions and charge you $5 for this helmet. You know, $1 for like just one boot and.
If they do that, it's over. If they do that, it's actually over. They seem to be learning with Battlefield, though. When they took away the premium pass and the season pass, I think that's a big step forward, and that actually makes me interested in Battlefield 5. Hopefully, they do the similar thing with Anthem. No season pass bullshit. None of that. Do it like Monster Hunter's doing it. Incremental updates. Community feedback, support. Like, do it that way instead of the Destiny way.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with Battlefield, they're like making it, and then they saw Battlefront 2 come out, and they're like, "Oh fuck! We don't want to put a bunch of microtransactions in like they did."
Yeah,
because that game was like literally made around them. Because the whole progression when they took them out, when they took them out, like that game was so like fucking hard and broken.
Yeah, it was completely broken. It completely jeopardized the entire game. It's
like it's so dumb.
It's so dumb.
It's all these investors pretty much controlling what we play now. It's all money.
But here's the thing: people buy them, so they're going to keep happening.
Yeah, put your money where your mouth is.
However, it's evident because of the changes to Battlefield 5 that Battlefront 2 sent a pretty clear message though. So I think we might be turning around.
Okay.
We'll see.
So yeah, keep on sending those messages. You know, we don't want them to keep on doing the same shit. We want our full price games that aren't gonna fuck us in the ass with all these fucking fees. We don't like it.
No, it's terrible. And
like once I see that in like a Sony game or like a PS4 exclusive, I'm gonna be like, time out. What are you doing this for? You know, bye. You're not getting my money because I don't want you to make games like that. I want you to make games how I like them. You know, just like you pay $60.
You get a complete product like God of War.
Yeah. It's all there. I'm not paying for my axe upgrades. I'm not paying for my.
You want to upgrade your axe? That'll be $5.
I cough it up, fucker. Give me $5.
No boy.
You would have bought a Starbucks with that, but like you're gonna buy an axe with it now. Fuck you.
You can buy an actual axe with all the money it takes to fully upgrade your axe.
Exactly. I'm gonna go out and buy a real axe, and then like fucking threaten you or chop your game in half. Fuck you.
Yeah, chop your God of War 2 2025 copy in half with the axe. Or like it'd be like, when do you think we're gonna see another God of War? Because I feel like it's gonna be a long time. That game took a long time to make.
Yeah, I mean, what was the last God of War game we got?
Ascension, 2011, right? Or 2012?
It was like 2013.
Oh, 13. Yeah, I was thinking something else.
Or maybe it was was to the. I don't know. It was somewhere around there, but like even if it was 5 years, that's still a long time.
No, it was around The Last of Us because I just recently played it and it had like a thing like do The Last of Us beta or whatever.
Yeah, I think
2013. So I was totally off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's a good game. I really don't understand. I really just don't understand
the main team, right?
Yeah, that was the main team.
Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, probably another 5 years, if not more, because it'll probably be next gen.
It'll probably be next gen, but I feel like they already have the engine and stuff in place. Like they keep saying, like Cory Barlog said, like they were building all of the elements at the same time. So now that they have the foundation in place, I think it'll be a lot quicker turnaround, maybe like 3 years. Here's hoping. Okay. But he's also taking a little sabbatical because bless him, bless his health.
I don't know. I still think it'll be about 5 years because once you introduce new hardware, then more development time because it's going to be a prettier game probably. So more pixels.
Just imagining a prettier game than God of War is pretty nuts.
Yeah, because that's a real pretty game.
Gorgeous.
Like I feel like Detroit looks more realistic, but I feel like God of War looks better because it's more stylized.
I love the art direction in it.
Yeah, like it. I love these games that kind of go in between the fine line of like realistic and like stylistic, and God of War kind of goes through that perfectly.
Yeah, Kratos looks like a person, surprisingly, as much as a like giant meathead Spartan can look like a real person. But like the creatures design is like so spot on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still need to go and finish that game. So
please do, because I want to do a big Gridlife Digest spoiler cast, love letter, something. Because it's gonna be hard pressed to find another game that beats that for game of the year for me.
Okay, now that you're talking about this in such high praise, like I definitely need to go and finish it.
Like there's a lot of hype surrounding it. I really think it lives up to it.
Okay,
which is rare.
I just see all these, posts in the Kind of Funny Facebook group, and everyone's like, "Oh, no spoilers," and then, or no, they're saying spoilers in the comments or whatever. I'm like, "Fuck, what are they talking about?"
There's some spoiler. There's some parts that you could easily have spoiled. Like that's how good the story is.
Shit.
There's one moment that I had spoiled that would have been like absolutely amazing, 10 out of 10. It happened. I knew it was happening. Still fucking amazing, 10 out of 10.
God damn it! Now you make me want to just like quit podcasting right now and start playing it.
I'm down. 34 minutes. Like we cut off. The following program has been canceled.
Yeah. Just bring out the static noise.
Yeah. Please stand by the Twitch thing. I need to go back to it because there's still there's still so much content after you finish it. So I kind of had a similar thing where that you did, where I went back. I was like, I don't remember any of the combos or anything, and so then I kind of stopped. But I definitely need to dive back in that world because just the dialogue is so snappy and the mechanics are solid. I think it might have my #1 melee based combat system in any game. To be honest, I love that combat. By the end, when you get all the combos, it feels like God of War.
But like at the same time, it's not too ridiculous like it is in God of War 3.
Yeah,
Like,
it's ridiculous, but it's like the Logan of God of War. Like it's very violent. It's very violent and very over the top, but also grounded at the same time. It's weird.
that sounds like a really good way of describing that, because
Mm-hmm.
he is pretty much an older Kratos and a more weathered one. He's seen
He's
more shit
wise.
than,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
He's not
surprisingly
just like,
wise.
yeah, he's not just like, I'm angry, I'm gonna go fucking kill this god right now. That's like,
Ares.
yeah, 100 million stories tall. I'm gonna go fight this fucking planet right now.
One day that's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna fight the planet.
I mean,
I'm gonna fight God.
Because I was imagining that one boss from God of War 3, the one that's like
The Titan.
big old mountain. Yeah, that one. That's pretty much what I was imagining.
That fight's awesome, but like that fight, as big and epic as it is, there's some fights in the new one that I actually prefer more, just because of how it's shot and just because how it feels. Like, even though the enemies are smaller, like, it still feels more bombastic and epic to me. Just the sound design just sells every single hit, every single action that happens on screen. Like, oh my god, I love that game so much.
And see, like, I've kind of seen some inklings of, like, okay, this is gonna get fucking good. Like, the part where, I don't know, someone's like, oh, you're from the Greek gods or whatever, and you're here in Norse land, that they don't like that.
We thought you were so sophisticated and looked at you. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, they're acknowledging all that. Okay, that's super cool.
There's a point. There's a point where you'll hit. You'll be like, oh shit.
Hell yeah.
And I can't wait for you to see it.
See, like, I thought it was like a total reboot. Like, they're totally fucking discounting whatever he did.
Sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that would have been super lame if it was just a fucking reboot. Like, here's Kratos, but none of the shit happened to him that caused him to be Kratos. Like, lame that would be. Like, it's as like soft reboot as you can get without being a hard reboot, because it's totally different, but it's also exactly the same. It's weird.
Huh.
It's very strange. It's much more like the originals,
like,
than I thought it was going to be. To be honest.
So would you say, like, that's the way to do a reboot then?
I think so. If you're gonna put this much love and care into it, yeah, absolutely. Like, it Tomb Raidered it very much so. But while still keeping, it's critical of its past, but it also celebrates it. It's it's like, there's been some controversial aspects about God of War that isn't present. We've matured, but also here's all the awesome stuff about God of War that you still remember, like the combat and everything, the upgrade system. Like, you open almost just as many chests to get 3 of a thing to upgrade a thing as you do in the old games. Like, it's crazy. I didn't expect any of that stuff, and it's awesome. And I wasn't even a big God of War fan before this. Like, what made me want to play the original games is this being announced. Like, I always tried to get into those games, and I always was turned off by Kratos. I'm like, I don't care about your vengeance quest. Like, I just don't. But now, like, it retroactively makes Kratos a better character because he's developing into this. Like, that's only step 1.
Oh, okay. So it instantly makes the older games better.
Yeah, it really does. It retroactively makes Kratos more compelling throughout the entire time.
That's pretty crazy, honestly, because usually, like, if a game comes out better, it makes the older ones seem shittier.
Yeah, exactly.
So, wow, that's pretty amazing.
And
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, there's just so many lines that, like, I could see myself using day-to-day basis, because there's some legitimate wisdom there. To be, like, he has seen some shit, he's done some shit he's not proud of, and he passes it on to this kid that you have to raise, who goes through stages like actual kids do, and he feels like an actual kid. And I grew to care about him, and he frustrated me, but I care about him, and I'd never expected that either. I was like, he's gonna be this fucking kid, he's gonna fight with you or whatever, he's gonna be bitchy, but the way he was written is so realistic that I cannot help but care for him by the end. Like, I'll stop talking about it because you just need to play it, but just hats off to Santa Monica and the whole team.
So would you say that they're, like, more Naughty Dog tier now? Like, they're up
honestly there? This game is better than, I would say, probably a few of the Naughty Dog games. Yeah. Damn, I don't think it's at Last of Us level. I think that story
to get there.
It's really damn close. I think it excels. It at least beats, for me, the first 3 Uncharted.
Wow. Okay.
Because those games always at least to me, didn't have the mechanical depth or the mechanical strength that it needed. This has everything. This has storytelling. This has mechanics. This has everything on lockdown. And I will always struggled with the mechanics of the first 3 Uncharted's. Definitely 1 and 2. Yeah, just the presentation is Naughty Dog level. The storytelling is Naughty Dog level. And I cannot wait to see what they pump out next. Be it another God of War or something else, I am on board.
Sweet. Yeah. I definitely want to go and play it now. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of
I'm glad to hear it.
newness. The newness kind of like worn off of it, and then like, I didn't play it for a while, and then I came back, and then I'm like, fuck, I don't remember the controls right now. I need to go look them up. Now I'm like, fuck, I just want to go to bed now. But
yeah, for sure.
But now that you're talking about like how great the story is and the characters,
Which I didn't expect at all. Like, I don't expect a good story from God of War, and it delivered in spades.
yeah, and it's cool how it has the over the top camera. It looks more Last of Us style, which a lot of these games are going for now. So I'm definitely excited to go and blaze through it. I'm just gonna put it on easy and just get it over with.
Yeah, just Spartan Rage the whole way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone compared it to Last of Us when it was first announced. It's really nothing like it. Especially in mechanics, like the perspective and the fact that there's a companion with you is pretty much where the comparison stops, and I think it's for the best. Even though, like Last of Us is a pretty good template to base yourself off of, it makes itself stand out on its own, and for that, I can only commend them, because they could have easily just been like, all right, we're gonna do The Last of Us, but with Kratos and his little boy instead of Joel and Ellie. Like, they could have gone way more derivative with it, and they decided to do something both old and new. And man, and the upgrade system, like there's so many systems going on with it, like on top of the really good story and the mechanics. Like it's like it has light RPG elements, obviously with the armor and upgrades and stuff, but then it all feels good, and the loop is rewarding. I don't know how they did it. I really don't.
Just I don't know. They just got their shit together.
They do.
I mean, they had their shit together before. For some people, like a lot of people enjoyed those older God of War
so
games.
many. It's incredibly popular. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they just kind of took it in a different direction. But like you're saying, they still kept it with its past. They included a lot of those older elements. So yeah, I mean, fucking God of War, I guess.
God of War, I guess, man. I'm really excited to see where it goes. So now we can move into topics. So I don't know. I'm still kind of struggling. I think
Me too.
We're good at just going off.
Yeah, I guess we are.
I'm gonna wait to do what I was going to do until Eli's here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait for Eli, because I feel like that's an Eli-ass topic.
That's an Eli-ass topic, so stay tuned.
He'll definitely have something to say. He'll be like,
he'll have some input.
Hey, no, I don't like that. I'm gonna include my hot take here. And then
this casting, this location, this whatever.
Then everyone starts arguing, and someone pulls out a knife.
This is my vision.
Yeah.
This is my vision.
And you're like, I'm gonna fucking shank you, Eli. I do not like you right now. Fuck you for not agreeing with me.
I get off the plane in San Francisco and I shank him.
Yeah,
because he was gonna pick me up, but now I'm gonna shank him.
Yeah, that's bringing up a good point there. Like, someone will have to pick us up, or we're gonna have to fucking Uber it.
Eli said he was gonna pick me up, so we'll see.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to
W.
Diori's house. We're gonna have a good time.
Which airport are you?
I'm going to SFO so that I can visit Double Diori first.
Okay. I don't know which one I'm going to end up flying into, because like
probably should fix that. But wait, no, you have the hookups. You don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting it all figured out when my aunt comes over to come see my cousin and sister graduate, and she's gonna like give me the details then. But usually when I'd fly in, it would be into Oakland, because I was like close to my aunt. And that was like a easy way of her picking me up and whatnot. So I don't know if I'm going to fly into SFO or fly into Oakland again. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's still got time to iron out those details.
Not much time, though. It's happening.
I just looked at the calendar, and it's
we're in the month of June, which is crazy.
Well, time has been going by so fucking fast.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Oh my god, it's just gonna keep on fucking going by faster and faster and faster. And like they say, the reason why time seems to go by faster when you get older is because like every day seems the fucking same.
The same.
So you don't remember it as well, you know.
The monotony.
Every day just kind of goes together. That sucks, you know. We're getting old.
We're getting old, despite not being old at all. We're understanding the struggles.
Yeah, we're kind of getting where people are coming from. Like, I'm sure people who are like our parents' ages, you know, it's going by like 10 times as fast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For us, you know, like, oh fuck, you know, just a year went by, that was nothing.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so E3 is in like a couple weeks, so that's gonna happen. Then prom's gonna happen. Then we're gonna be 60 years old.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that big of a jump.
But it almost makes me feel better about things in the long run. You know, like things might kind of suck right now, but there's way more life left. You know, like so much more. I mean, unless we die, but like even if we die early, fuck it. You know, like we don't have to worry about anything. Fuck it. I mean, if you believe in the heaven and the hell or whatever, I mean, even hell doesn't sound that bad. It's just a separation.
It's actually terrible. God. It's actually like the worst. But
okay, I mean, basically how they describe hell is just a separation from God. You know, like, oh, okay, you're just without this
eternity of agony.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, basically they're saying like that's how agony is without God. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I guess you can interpret it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it could be like, oh, you just fucking die and go to the ground and that's it. So,
which is scarier? I'm not sure. That's life. That's the question. Ain't that the question?
Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on this, Noah?
On like, the afterlife?
Yeah. Is there an afterlife?
I think there is. I don't think we can quantify what that looks like though.
Okay.
I don't think we can actually fully understand what that would mean.
Yeah. I mean, basically what I think about the afterlife is it's basically like our world. It's just everything's more perfect. You know, like you can still do human things like go out and you know, do your hobbies and build buildings, you know, progress like a human civilization. It's just everyone's more peaceful. But I don't know, at the same time, would that mean you have free will or not? You know, because there's still going to be people that disagree. So who the fuck knows? I
don't know. That's a rough one. I don't know how to dive into there with an educated stance.
I mean, I grew up super Catholic, so I'm not gonna say I know a lot, but like I know something, I guess. Like but basically what I believe now is like, you know, if you're a good person and you kind of believe in something, like I kind of believe that there's a higher power, and everyone has their different name for it, like whether it's Allah, God, or you know, whatever the fuck. Like it's still that same higher power, and if you believe in that, you don't have to go to fucking church or whatever. You just kind of act out and be a good person.
Yeah, it's a personal connection.
You'll get to that afterlife or whatever it is. You know, I hate that like whole thing with the Catholic Church. Like, oh, if you don't come to church every Sunday, like,
oh, it's all the Catholic Church is the most is like the most corrupt and fabricated
it
like
is
entity in history. So,
yeah, I mean, because it's been around so fucking long.
Yeah,
it's a 2,000-year-old church, and there's
not quite, but yeah, it's been around.
People aren't perfect, so they're gonna cause problems, which includes touching little kids.
Unfortunately, way too often.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't like standing with organized religion now, just because of all the crap that happens, and just a lot of negative connotations with it. But yeah, what I feel like is religion is kind of a good basis to go along with.
It's a set of morals and values that
you don't have to go word for word, but I feel like if you're a decent human being at the end of the day, you're all right. You're not gonna end up in the fiery pits of hell because you didn't go to church one day.
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is, and it's just there's the priest. He's the dude in the front preaching to the choir, preaching to all of us, and you act like he's some like immortal being or something. It's like, no, he's just a fucking dude. Just telling you what's happening in the Bible and what he thinks. So I don't know. I just don't get it. But that's how I was raised, and I just don't agree with it anymore. But I still believe that there's something, you know.
Mhm.
And like that very first episode, I told a story about how I had like kind of a godly experience of like something happening, and so I still kind of because of that experience, I believe that there is something. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a god or you know, a intellectual being that's out there somewhere in the sky. You know, I
It's
don't know.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey up there at the sky.
Yeah, it's like,
He's
wait,
like-
are you Steve Harvey? Yes, I am.
He's just asking really weird Family Feud questions, just all the naughty
The
ones.
survey says.
Survey says you go to fucking hell.
Oh shit! You're a piece of shit, Steve Harvey.
Oh my god,
Steve Harvey
But-
rules heaven with an iron fist,
he does. And the iron fist.
an iron fist.
Wait, so wait, how do you say ironic? Is it ironic?
Ironic.
Is
They're not the same word.
Ironic.
Ironic. How ironic of you.
I mean, it sounds kind of similar just because you hear iron. I don't know.
That is English. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Roots.
Fucking English.
Fucking English is overly complicated.
Dude, that's why I don't want to learn another language, because I feel like I don't know this one all the way.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, let me finish this one off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, it's kind of like starting a new game when you have like a million others to play. Like, I
exactly.
need
A
to finish
language
this one.
backlog. Like, I want to learn Japanese, but I'm like only like 65% of the way through English.
Yeah.
That's how I feel sometimes.
Like I like sometimes I don't even know how commas work. Like, you know, you put
Commas
them
are
before-
easy. It's when you get semicolons and shit. That's when it gets complicated.
Okay, because like semicolons can be like a period, and then you
But not
put
always.
it then you put a whole another sentence after that. Like how the fuck does that work? It's so hard. And then when you make like a list of things, you put commas after things, but like
But not too
when it
many
comes-
of them, so you don't want it to be a run-on sentence.
Yeah, but then you put the comma and the and then the last thing, or do you just
You don't
not
have
use the
to put it.
comma?
You don't have to put it at the end, but
Uh-huh,
you can.
And I noticed it depends on what English teacher I had. Because
Mhm.
like some of them would dock me points for that. You know, if I
Oh,
didn't
really?
put the
Because
comma.
yeah, it's always been for me. As I understood, it's like it's kind of a preference thing from what I understand and what I've known.
Huh.
But it might be wrong. Some teachers might teach it one way. I was taught as a preference.
Mm-hmm.
There's sometimes when it looks right and sometimes when it doesn't. So I don't know. It's kind of situational. Like sometimes,
Fucking
like this
English.
comma looks good. Fucking English, man. Welcome to the #1 English podcast.
Yeah, you're learning about all your English things.
All the things
except
we don't
for-
understand about the English language.
I mean, that's why I feel like I should be podcasting, because I can't even fucking talk right. But
But
I mean, I'm here.
doesn't it help you talk better? I think it
Yeah,
helps you talk better.
Okay, I appreciate
least-
that. Like, I don't know. I always felt like the weak point. Like, I need to come up with something funny to say. To,
You don't have to. It
surpass
comes
my-
it comes off naturally. That's when it's better.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I
if you
never
try,
really force it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't force it.
No, you can't. I mean, if you force it, it's shit. You know, that's how it works, right?
That is
Years.
life. If you force it out, it's shit.
Yeah. I mean, you're forcing it down the toilet. it's where it's going.
The English language is like the toilet. If you force it out, it's gonna be
Yeah.
shit.
Like, I've noticed when I think about what I'm gonna say, it comes out really bad. So I just have to not think.
There you
And
go.
it just flows. You know, let the English flow out of my mouth. And
Let the
into your
English
ears.
flow out of my mouth. I'm in.
That's how that works, right? It just flows, ebbs and flows out of my mouth, and wherever people hear it,
Into the
I mean,
universe.
people are hearing it right now. I mean, that one person that's listening right now. No, we have more than one.
No, yeah, there's more than one for sure.
Yeah.
What up, Antonio?
Which yeah. Shout out to Antonio. I find amazing that we have 81 subscribers on YouTube.
We're getting there, man. What up, Dan Oni?
I appreciate it. I mean, it's not 1,000, but like
One day,
it's
hopefully,
eight-
if we keep it up,
one
man.
day. I mean, you just gotta like.
If I put
keep
out
up
the
with
Halo
this,
video that's in my head,
Mhm.
it'll get us at least 10,000 subscribers.
Damn.
Because it looks fucking awesome, but it won't be that awesome.
It's like, why can't I just imagine it and be it as awesome as I imagine it? Or why can't it be like
Ain't that the story of my fucking life, dude? If I could just output what's in my brain, I would be a multimillionaire. Except when I ever try to like actually execute on a plan, it just falls apart. Even though I know exactly what it needs to look like, and it's not even that big of an undertaking, it always just turns out like shit. Why is that?
Like I want to do the cool effects from Premiere, but like
exactly, like I want to do cool graphics, and I'm like, I go into Adobe After Effects, I'm like,
Wait, what is this?
Why can't I just like copy and paste it from my brain onto the computer? If only.
Maybe that's the future, honestly.
Just like if you see, that would be crazy.
But and then at that point, the only limitation is your imagination.
Then we all become Green Lanterns.
Pretty much. Yeah. I just want to be Green Lantern, and
I mean, I would legitimately, I would be down with being Green Lantern. I don't give a shit. Yeah, I know you have to be a cop, and it's dangerous, but I think it'd be worth it.
What was Green Lantern a cop?
Yeah, they're space cops. That's their whole shtick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense now.
So basically, okay, so I'm gonna explain the Green Lantern to you. So,
oh god.
Okay, so every section of space has its own Green Lantern, and together as a whole, they are basically the space police.
Huh.
So like, there's a few human Green Lanterns, but usually it's like only like a couple are assigned to like Earth or whatever, or like the area around Earth.
But then, what's the deal with all these different colors of lanterns?
So
like, there's a black one,
the different lantern. Okay, so we're gonna look up the this show. We've gone from fucking religious philosophy to English study to Green Lanterns. I love this podcast so much.
I mean, that's what you get when it's just the 2-man bicycle.
Yeah, you get the 2-man bicycle.
We're going in the same direction, but at the same time, we're totally fucking not.
Okay, so basically, the different ring colors, they represent different emotions. And they are powered by different emotions. Okay. So the like white lantern is from life. So
is there like a lust lantern?
That would probably be maybe like red is rage. So they're always typically like evil or whatever. Orange is for avarice. So that would maybe be kind of like lust or like greed. Yellow is fear, which is typically also
okay, that's a more prevalent one because that was in
yellow, and we don't talk about that.
That movie.
Green, which is willpower, which is kind of, it's like honestly, it's one of the weaker ones out of the whole list. Blue, hope. Indigo, compassion. Violet, love. Black is death. So go read read the entire Blackest Night run, and then come back to me, and then we'll talk about it.
Blackest Night.
Blackest Night.
It sounds like
it's fucking awesome.
Batman story.
Batman's in it. He becomes he dies and gets like brought back as a Black Lantern, and it's awesome.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. Jeff Johns, what up?
But this is what happens when you combine two superheroes. You know, you get a really angry, dead Batman.
Yep. I'm just gonna Google like Black Lantern.
Yeah.
Batman. So yeah, oh man, it's so cool. Yeah, you gotta read this. It's fantastic. Anyway,
I don't know. I just find it cool how there's like different colors. I mean,
it's very cool. Green Lantern books are awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we got that shitty Green Lantern movie. I mean, I don't know. Maybe one day we'll get a good Green Lantern movie.
Green Lantern Corps 2020 or whatever they said. That's probably not gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah. It's on the docket for the DCEU, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, is that thing even real anymore?
I don't fucking know, man.
Or is it like
they're not gonna. It's in limbo. They're not saying it's dead, but like they're trying everything possible to make it dead.
Because when you're talking about Justice League, you pretty much were talking about how that the whole thing's dead. You know, like I can see everything that would happen, but it's not happening.
So the thing with Justice League, literally the last 15 minutes. Is where they should have began. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
As much as they can in the cast and everything that they've set up. Like, it is exactly where they need to be, and it's never going to happen again. At least not in this continuity. Like, they're gonna reset it and hopefully do it right from the beginning, but like, it was a glimpse into the potential of what a full DC universe could look like on film. And I was in love with it.
I just feel like DC was trying to catch up with Marvel so hard.
They were, but they were trying to do their own thing, which didn't work. Like, they were trying to be uber dark, like the Dark Knight trilogy, but you can't make Superman like that.
No.
You can't make the Flash like that. Luckily, they didn't make the Flash like that, but like, you can't just have Superman and Batman both be dark, because the whole point is that they are opposites of each other, and that's how they work together.
Like, because like Man of Steel, like I enjoyed that movie, but like he's way too dark and broody.
Yeah, he's way too dark and broody. Which I get it. If you were Superman and you had like half the world hating you, you'd be bummed out. But at the same time, that's not what I want to see in a Superman movie. I want to see him be better than us. You know, I want to see him be the ideal we strive toward, and that's why I want to pitch my DC universe so bad, because there's going to be contrast and changes and variety. But it's not. I'm not Kevin Feige. I'm not. Jeff
You
Johns.
guys will hear about that next week.
Hopefully next week.
Maybe.
Wait, is next week E3? Because if not, it's going to be all E3 shit.
Oh, that's true. I think it might be.
I think it might, which is crazy.
Yeah, it just kind of just snuck up on us, you know. Like
Yeah, June 12th. That is next week. Holy shit.
Fuck.
The conferences are literally next week. So we might not do a traditional podcast next week. We're probably going to do maybe not live reactions. We're going to do reactions to all the conferences.
Like right after?
Yeah, so I want to get as many people into like a call as possible, and then do the conference and then upload it. I doubt I have the bandwidth to stream the stream. I'd love to try it, but that sounds.
I feel like
intensive.
one of us with good bandwidth could try it. And
Yeah, maybe like Eli.
Kind of tune in.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
I guess it doesn't have to be me, but if we could do live reactions, that would be awesome.
When is that happening though? Like, I mean, for all of them, or I don't know. Like, we would have to tune in at like some random time. You know, like not all of us would be available. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, that's the thing. We would have to figure it out. So as many people as possible. So I believe EA is on Saturday, which I wasn't gonna like. I wasn't interested in watching, but now Angie Renee is hosting it, so I'm gonna watch it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So EA is on Saturday. Microsoft is on Sunday. Bethesda is on Sunday. So I'm actually really excited for Sunday. Monday is pretty nuts. You got Square Enix, Ubisoft, the PC gaming show, which I just love to see just because like XCOM and like super nerdy shit gets announced there. Sony, and then it finishes out, and then on Tuesday is Nintendo. So yeah, so Sweet. It's over the weekend. I actually have the whole weekend off. At least I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off, so I can literally all those conferences I'm gonna be good for. But EA, I'm not gonna be able to live stream. I want
we should
live
definitely
reactions.
try and do that.
Yeah, I want to get us good coverage. I want to really go all out this year. Because this is the first year we'll be together for it.
Because last year we didn't start Gridlife Digest until like July. So we're ahead of the curve now.
So it should be fun. I'm definitely like this year. I'm kind of going in really excited, more so than previous years. I think for some reason.
Really?
I don't know. I just feel like the expectations are clear. Like we know what we're getting, but then there's also some like big bombshells that could be dropped from each of the conferences. Really.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I've been disappointed by like pretty much every E3 for like a while.
Really? Because we've had good ones the last few times.
Huh. And maybe I just don't remember the good parts.
Dude, 2016 was nuts.
What happened that year? Like
that was God of War. That was Spider-Man. That was fucking.
Okay.
That was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. Okay.
Days Gone. That was a good. And then the one before that was Final Fantasy and like Shenmue and all this shit that I don't care about, but a lot of other people care about.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That was just the year that like I graduated from high school, and then like I got kind of kicked out of my house. So I was like fuck video games. So I didn't really pay attention too much. It was more like after the fact where I'm like, oh cool, that was announced. So I'm like, fuck. I wish I would have watched that. But definitely this year we're gonna go all in and tell you the ins and outs and what we think about it. And,
if our predictions were right.
Yeah, the Vita 2 definitely getting it.
Definitely happening. Vita 2 is definitely headlining it.
Yeah,
headlining Sony's conference. We're gonna get Knack and Super Smash Brothers. And
we're gonna have
PC 2 is gonna be announced at the PC
Knack
gaming
3.
show. Yeah, Knack 76.
Knack 3, the Knackening.
It's gonna happen eventually. I don't know how well Knack 2 sold, but it's probably enough.
Knack is back.
Knack is back again with 3 players. 3-player co-op.
Knack in Black.
What if it was like a gritty reboot of Knack? Like Knack 3, like it's all edgy. It's like the Shadow of the Hedgehog of Knack.
Oh God.
He's got guns and swears, kind of.
Kind of like he just says "damn" and what the hell.
What the hell? Yeah, he's just like Shadow the Hedgehog. Damn.
It's like you're kind
Oh,
of
you're so fucking edgy, and I thought he was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. It's like your mom's about to cover your ears, but she's like, fuck it, you know.
He's finally growing up. Fucking ass.
Little Billy can hear "damn" for the first time.
Damn.
I'll allow his virgin ears. He'll be okay. Hopefully, he won't go to hell.
Just imagining Knack's, because you know how disturbing Knack's voice is. Like, just imagine him swearing.
It's just so out of place.
Yeah, it's so out of place. I was playing another game. I can't remember what it was, but it was the same voice actor for like a bunch of like NPCs. And I was like, "That's fucking Knack talking to me right now," and I don't like it.
Oh my God, it'll forever be Knack.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have the the George Costanza, just following him, like in Curb Your Enthusiasm, what's it, Jason Alexander was talking about how he couldn't get any other acting roles because of George Costanza. They just look at him as like the idiot. It's kind of the same thing with Knack's voice actor. Like he's forever fucked by Knack. So,
he's typecast. He's typecast forever as like a block. It's just like a jumble of blocks.
Yeah. I mean, that's the worst thing to be typecasted as, I feel like.
It's very specific and no one's going to do it ever again.
Yeah. It's not in high demand right now. I mean, unless you're making a Lego game. I don't know.
Lego Knack, the video game.
Yeah.
The movie. In our lifetimes, we're going to see it. I'm really looking forward to Bethesda specifically. Ooh. Especially if they come through with that bombshell Bethesda Game Studios game announcement. That may or may not be Starfield. But we got Rage 2, which actually looks really cool to me. Doom 2, please. Just even the teaser, I'll be satisfied. I want to know what Arcane's working on. Pretty damn excited for that one. Bethesda's always typically delivers. Except for last year when they had the dumb Creation Club shit. But still some good games.
That was dumb. I mean, what did they announce then?
It was kind of just more details on Prey, Dishonored, the Dishonored DLC, and...
they announced
Skyrim on Switch. Like
there was the Evil Within 2.
Evil Within 2, that's right. Yeah, so they had some stuff. And then Wolfenstein.
Oh, okay, yeah, Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
How could I forget?
Okay, yeah, no, they definitely had some games, but like, yeah, the creation thing was kind of dumb. It's like, oh, here we're in Happy Fun Land, and we're gonna show you some gory video games.
We're gonna show you some gory video games and mods that you have to pay for that aren't mods that you have to pay for. I keep dropping my camera, but yeah, Doom 2, I'm just absolutely ecstatic for, and then whatever Arcane's working on, I will buy day one because that studio is incredibly talented. I can't get my camera stand up. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm just fumbling
I can't see what's going on. Yeah. I don't know what's happening.
Everything's falling apart because I don't have 2 cameras.
Yeah, you have it set up so I can't see you. So it's just your picture of your beautiful face with the your beanie on.
I don't know where that beanie is. I have no idea where it is. Yeah, it's fine though. I've moved on.
When's the last time you wore that?
A while ago, before I moved.
Huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember you wearing it or when I first met you there at the pier in San Francisco.
Yeah, I couldn't be separated from that thing for the longest time.
Yeah, like just
because I hate my hair.
God, this poor boy, he's probably real sweaty under there. With the San Francisco heat.
Oh, it wasn't that hot, but it was definitely definitely too warm to be wearing a beanie.
Yeah, I was like, my head.
I just wanted to. It was actually for identification, just so if a best friend saw me, it would be obvious.
Oh, okay.
That's what that was for. I wasn't that attached to it, which it worked. It worked several times and it was great. But yeah, what do you want to get accomplished at prom? Because I know we want to shoot the Metal Gear video.
Yeah,
we want to do a live podcast with everybody. And then obviously filming because we want to make this into a film. But is there anything else, or should we just chill out and just worry about basically one shoot day?
Yeah, I feel like we should try and shoot as much as we can of like what's going on. for a little bit from each day or something.
Oh yeah, we should shoot sporadically, but for like projects. Like I think like we got the Metal Gear thing on lock. I'm gonna write.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the treatment for that. But like,
Okay.
and then just film randomly and do fun shit and just kind of mess
Yeah.
around. I want to have it kind of documentary style. So like, there's gonna be like some. I want to have like some cutaways with questions. Like
Yeah, that would be fun.
that would be fucking
honestly.
cool. Like Office style almost.
Yeah, like let's
like
interview some people, or even
interview
if it's just
each other.
interviewing each other. Yeah.
Yeah, like why did you want to do this? What do you think we
Yeah.
can get out of this? Like that type of thing. Like
And then
what
just kinda,
we're trying to do with this.
Yeah, and just kind of have fun with it. Just be kind of dumb and include your personality.
Dumb, but I
And,
want to edit it like a legit documentary though.
Oh, okay.
It
Okay,
looks
yeah,
really cool in my head, and there's a lot of stock footage of SF and shit.
What would the name be?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Gridlife Digest, the documentary.
Yeah,
The grid documentary.
just
Grid doc.
grid. I don't know. The Gridlife
'Cause
Digest story.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I made a documentary in high school, so
There you
this
go.
will be like the second go around. And there's definitely some things I wish I would have fixed. Like, oh shit, I should have just used the lapel mics instead of the mic on the camera.
We
So,
should probably get some lapel mics.
Yeah, I mean they aren't that expensive.
No, they're
you
not.
know? So I'm definitely gonna invest in some of those.
If you could,
yeah,
that would be amazing.
yeah, some lapel mics, and then I need to buy a fisheye lens, so it's a wider view,
Hmm.
and I don't know what else, and maybe some memory cards, or at least need to
Yeah,
bring.
we're
my
gonna need
laptop.
space. We're gonna need space. I'm gonna bring my laptop for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
But yeah, bring your
I just-
laptop and some.
Just
memory
need
cards.
something to dump it all onto.
Yeah.
Like it's
I'll
only
bring my
60
I'll bring my terabytes, my like 2 terabyte external. I'll just bring that.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're just gonna set up shop at Max's house. That'll be our base,
Mhm.
and just like, okay, at the end of the day, we're gonna go and drag and drop all our footage, and then we'll erase all memory cards. Okay, we're ready to go.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then when something inevitably gets wiped, then we have to deal with that because it's gonna happen. We're gonna lose something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're never without mistakes. I mean, that's how it is with video production or any sort of thing dealing with technology.
you cannot have it perfect every time
No,
or any
but
time.
I definitely want to go and buy some more memory cards. I mean, I have one 64 gig stick, but like
We're
that's
gonna
not
need
enough.
more than that. If we're filming as much as you want, or as much as we both all
Yeah.
want, like we're gonna definitely need it.
And then I definitely need to buy some more batteries too. I'm like, fuck, that's gonna be money, but like
That's gonna be
fuck
money,
it.
but it's gonna be so cool at the end.
Yeah, it will be cool. And
Especially
I
if it
don't know
turns out like I see it.
yeah,
I promise.
And it'd be cool if we could just like start working on it, and kind of have all of us looking at it, or at least
We need to
us
do
two.
an outline for what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll
Okay.
talk about this after. We'll do this. We'll kind of plan this out before. But is there anything else
excited
you really
for
want to bring up as far as random topics? We've kind of covered some bases, and I love it. But
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we just kind of been all over the place.
yeah, I'm
Well, we
down.
started out with religion. I went to Green Lantern. And I went to prom stuff.
Prom stuff. I'm really excited for this Metal Gear video because I've wanted to make it for literally almost like a year at this point.
Hell yeah. What are you gonna wear for it?
I want to look like those, like, I want to basically look like an E3 presenter. I want a Foxhound t-shirt and a blazer. Because that's all they wear. And
Yeah.
so I need to get a Foxhound t-shirt for one. I'm surprised I don't have one.
Where are we gonna film this at? Just
Probably
in
Max's house. Yeah, I just need a
Okay.
whiteboard and your buddy to shoot it like The Office, and some cutaways and confusion, and it'll be golden.
Okay. I feel like that'll be easy.
This will be a
I
lot
don't know.
easier than, it's going to be harder than I think, but it's also going to be easier than the other one, I think.
But it'll be easy in the sense that we're all there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we're making projects on our own, it's like, fuck, is this going okay? But like everyone will be around to be like, okay, that's not cool. Let's do it this way.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll have at least 5 brains there, or like 5.5 or whatever it is. So I think it'll go well. I'm excited for this. Like, I don't know. In my like dream of all dreams, like I wish we were all in like one big fucking house and like we were all hanging out, just making videos all the time.
That would be nice. I mean, that would literally be the dream.
Yeah.
self-sufficiency, excuse me, on that's literally the dream. But we'll make do with what we got. We'll invade Max's house and make a couple things at the very least.
Yeah, we're gonna be using Max's house, and his parents are gone, so we can pretty much do whatever the fuck we want. And I want to get really drunk for a lot of that time.
Oh, especially for the podcast.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be ridiculous.
It will be. It'll be real hour. Like, in the end, we're gonna end up all hugging, and we're just gonna be talking about real shit.
That's the idea. I don't know how we're gonna record that though, unless we do probably a virtual mixer, and then just plug two mics in.
I think that's how it's gonna go.
Because voice meter, there's a way you can plug into USB mics and it'll record through Audacity. So we'll have to figure out all the technical stuff out. Anyway, before we move on,
I don't care.
to I recommends, we got some questions from the internet. So to submit a question, write in at Gridlife Digest on Twitter or on a corresponding thread on a certain Facebook group if I remember to post. So now we got this time. So we don't have much of anything really.
Yeah.
But there's also an incredibly important question.
Oh damn.
Fruit Loops or Apple Jacks? From Dad Max Meyer.
Shit. That's kind of a toss up.
It's a toss up. I would prefer one over the other at different times.
Yeah,
because they're both fantastic.
Case by case basis. I mean, with your Apple Jacks, you got that cinnamon and the apple, but then with your Fruit Loops, you got full on fruits. You got all the fruits there.
And you got sugar fruits.
Yeah, you don't just have your fake apple. You have your fake apple and your fake blueberry or whatever the fuck they put in there, and you're having a good time. It's just a mouthful of flavor, and with your Apple Jacks, you just get two flavors. At the end of the day, they're all chemicals. So
they're all chemicals and sugar. So how I'm going to answer this question: if someone put a bowl of Fruit Loops and a bowl of Apple Jacks in front of me right now and said choose one, I would choose Apple Jacks at this very moment.
Okay.
But I love me some Fruit Loops.
Yeah, my mouth is filling some Apple Jacks too.
Yeah, you feeling it? Let's go get some Apple Jacks.
Go and buy some. I haven't bought cereal in the longest time. I wouldn't know what to buy, but it would be Apple Jacks right now.
Right now, at this moment, absolutely Apple Jacks.
I mean, when I think of Apple Jacks, I think of the fucking retarded commercials, with the big old cinnamon stick in the apple.
Yeah.
Do they still make those?
I haven't watched TV in who knows how long, man.
Yeah, same here. I don't have the cable hooked up here in my room, so I don't know what that looks like anymore.
It's probably even worse now.
Yeah. It just got more autistic by the year. But I don't know. Who knows?
Apple Jacks, right? All right. Now,
cereal mascots in general are just kind of crazy.
They're crazy, and they've gotten worse.
Yeah. Don't make them worse. Just keep them how they were.
Yep. The golden age of cereal mascots is past us, unfortunately.
I'm sure that's like a fucking Wikipedia page.
Yeah, the golden age of cereal mascots. We got to make that page if it doesn't exist.
We can go make it, and then while we're at it, just make a Gridlife Digest Wikipedia page. So I mean, if Greg Miller can make his own Wikipedia page, we can do Gridlife Digest.
Did he make his own, or I thought he just had it?
No, he made his own.
Okay, there you go.
He's gotten a lot of scrutiny from that, but to each his own. Fuck it.
It's really easy.
He has 1 million Twitter followers. I feel like he can make his own.
If he has 1 million Twitter followers, he can get his own Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's like, no one's making it for me. Might as well do it myself. At least I know it'll be right. So yeah, we'll have to do that. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Can they take it down?
Yeah, absolutely, they will take it down. Unless you have to cite sources.
Oh, okay.
Which is going to be hard.
Oh yeah,
but we'll try it out. That'd be a fun stream. Just let's make a Wikipedia page for ourselves.
And see how long it stays.
See how long it stays. There's a timer and set bets for how long they're gonna stay up.
Yeah,
38 hours.
Yeah, lasted a whole hour. Wow. Have you ever edited a Wikipedia page?
I have.
I was gonna say you look like the type of person who would.
It was.
Which one was it? Was it for Suicide Squad or something?
No, I was in the 7th grade, and it was something. It was something about Zelda, and I was like, this isn't fucking right. So I go in there, I learn the structure that they had it up, and then so I made it look right, but I didn't have any sources, so pretty much only that section got removed. So I fucked around with Wikipedia because I was in computer lab class. and there was literally nothing else to do. That's the only reason.
That's fun.
It was really fun.
I feel like people always discredit Wikipedia the fact that you can always change it, but like if it changes,
they are
something
on
fucked
that
up,
stuff.
someone's really
Except
right
for
in there
Emma Bust a
already
Nut
changing
Day.
it.
So let's make sure that's still there. Emma Nut.
I feel like it's on and off. Like there's that one dude who keeps on changing it. Emma Bust a Nut.
Oh no! Yep, Emma Bust a Nut.
Damn,
There it is.
that dude is still on it.
There it
Bust
is.
a Nut.
We need to do something on September 1st.
It's September 1st.
Yeah, Emma Bust a Nut Day is September 1st. We have to do something there. Mark your calendars,
Emma
people.
Bust a Nut.
That's gonna be the Gridlife Digest holiday.
Emma Bust a Nut.
Emma Bust a Nut Day.
She was the world's first female operator.
That's right.
Telephone operator.
Telephone operator. Big day.
So what does that mean? She was like moving the cords and switching them out.
She was doing all kinds of stuff.
Things.
She was doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Emma Bust a Nut.
Yeah. Shout out to our own Emma.
Shout out to our own Emma Bust a Nut. All right, now it's time for I Recommend, where one of us recommends to the group something for the audience to check out. It can be anything. Last time we recommended, I don't even remember, and I was going to watch it last night when we postponed this.
I was gonna watch it too, and then I think I looked it up on Amazon, and it was like, you have to pay $3 for this, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to pay $3.
I thought he said it was on Netflix.
I looked on Netflix. I looked high and low. I looked through all the fucking streaming services, and Netflix didn't have it, but Amazon made you pay for it. I was like, thank you, Eli.
Thanks, Eli. So I can't even remember what it was called, but it was great, I'm sure. Al Capone.
No, it was Documentary Now.
Documentary Now.
It was the episode on Al Capone.
On the place that is obsessed with Al Capone.
Yeah, I mean, that Al Capone was in San Francisco, right? I don't know. However that worked, right? Didn't he end up on...
It wasn't about San Francisco, though. It was about... What was it about?
I don't know.
We're so prepared.
It was Al Capone.
It was Al Capone. So do you have anything you want to recommend this week since we dropped the ball completely?
Fuck. I know I started watching this Hulu series. I'm trying to remember what it is. It has James Franco in it. And basically what happens is, I don't know, he's like, he hangs out with this one dude who owns like a restaurant, and then they go into his closet, and then they end up like in the 1960s when what's his name? One of the presidents was gonna be assassinated. John F. Kennedy. Yeah, I'm trying to look up what it is here. Hulu James Franco.
Hulu James Franco JFK.
Yeah. That should narrow it. Oh, okay, let's see. It should pop up hopefully.
Filling time.
It's called 11/22/63.
Is that it?
Yeah.
American science fiction thriller miniseries. I'm down for a miniseries.
Yeah.
Stephen King.
It's pretty interesting.
8 episodes sounds ideal.
Yeah. So it's a real short miniseries, and yeah, my friend Cameron recommended it to me, and I started watching it, and I watched some of the first episode. Didn't really pay attention, but it seemed awesome, so I'm gonna go back and rewatch through all of it. But yeah, that'll be the recommendation.
Oh yeah.
11,
so we'll check out like a couple episodes.
Yeah.
So let's say episode the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and see how that goes. I don't know how long each one of them are.
I imagine probably an hour, right? If it's a Hulu thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a Hulu exclusive.
Yeah, it's a Hulu original.
Oh, okay. I don't know, it's kind of cool seeing those big name actors like in those, streaming services.
James Franco does a lot of weird shit though, so that's not a character for him.
All over the place.
He's in a lot of movies that nobody has seen.
Yeah. He started out with like Spider-Man. Now he's here. I don't know. I'm sure he started out.
He's had a very interesting career, to say the least.
Anyway, I remember hearing some sort of interview on NPR, and like he was like, "Yeah, I don't even consider myself an actor. I just kind of do everything." Like I think he's an artist also. Like he paints. So
of course he does. That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it doesn't. So he's kind of all over the place, and he's a real good-looking dude. So is his brother. What's his brother's name?
Dave.
David Franco. Dave. Okay. I noticed his little brother always plays like the asshole little kid.
The asshole
Yeah.
like college jock guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and 21 Jump Street.
That's who I always jump to. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he always
And Greg
plays that dude.
Sestero, which is still weird.
Mhm.
All right, so go check out November 22nd, 1963 on Hulu. Hulu original, James Franco thriller.
I'm glad you came up with like the date because like I just saw numbers.
I'm
That's all I
terrible.
can
I'm terrible at
comprehend
them.
right
I'm terrible like all the middle ones, but November it's pretty easy.
now. Okay, yeah, that's true. It's a one right before December.
Yeah, makes it easier. In that case, this has been episode 34 of Gridlife Digest Weekly. Thank you so much for listening. You can head over to gridlifedigest.com to see everything we post, and please consider subscribing on YouTube and the podcast service of your choice so you never miss what's happening. We'll be back next Wednesday with another conversation. E3 coverage is going to be coming in hot. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Be good to each other. Have a wonderful time. Micah, it was good talking to you one-on-one.
It was.
We covered the gamut.
Yeah, we did. I forgot this was a podcast.
That's good. Ain't that good?
Like, well, at the end, you're like saying the outro. I'm like, fuck. Oh yeah, we're making something. I thought we were just hanging out.
I mean,
but
that's the sign of a good conversation.
yeah,
Then
exactly. I just feel like we have that chemistry.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
There's no separation. You know, we're real close.
We should
should
secede. We should
Yeah.
secede from the union and do Micah and Noah's Last Stand and talk about
Yeah.
politics.
We'll talk about them identity politics and
So many identity
see-
politics.
yeah.
And then stop and then do games again after a while.
yeah, and then we'll go back to politics, but not really,
And then dabble back in politics. And
just
get a lot of
lightly
flack.
dabble it, and then just go fall on games.
Quick, go say something controversial on Twitter.